Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a fine day. In this Halloween Ends update video, we focus in on the Myers house. The Myers house obviously had a pivotal role to play in Halloween Kills. The question is, do you want to see the Myers house return in Halloween Ends? And if so, how do you want to see the Myers house used? Comment down below. We would love to hear your ideas. If you like our Halloween content and would like to see more of it, be sure to click the like button, hit subscribe, and smash that notification bell as if you were the shape itself. Our multiple choice question for this video is, which Halloween movie best presents the Myers house? Is it Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 5, Halloween 6, Halloween Resurrection, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, or the more recent Halloween Kills? Comment down below. We would love to hear what you think. For me personally, this might seem a little bit controversial. It's Halloween Kills. I think it gives the most love to the Myers house. Mike Bish and I recently had an opportunity to sit down and talk about the reports we have received about the Myers house in Halloween Ends. We believe this information to be completely accurate, much like our Kills coverage, so proceed at your own risk.
Survive that fire.
Light spoilers could be ahead. Will the Myers house be in Halloween Ends? We have the answer. Enjoy the conversation. Hey everybody, this is Fandom Empire. I'm Sean, he's Mike, and we're here with a Halloween Ends video. We're about to break into all of our Halloween Ends content moving forward. I would be shocked if we don't have at least 2 Halloween Ends videos a week moving forward, on top of our live stream, the Fandom Empire Show. That's right, the Fandom Empire Show, not Fandom Empire Live, kicks off its first episode May 31st. We're doing things a little differently, and as you can't tell from this video, we're distributing our content differently at the channel too, so hopefully everybody enjoys the new look and the focus on one topic content. And on today's topic, Mike, we're diving into the Myers house in Halloween Ends. Now, we covered a lot of Myers house stuff for Halloween Kills, which is all well and good. But this is Halloween Ends, you know. You had the nostalgia-driven Myers house in Halloween Kills, and then you had a modern take, which we'd never really gotten before, of the Myers house in Halloween Kills. And it's almost like, what's there left to do with the house in Halloween Ends? And we do have the answer if you're going to see it or not, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But Mike, to you, is it important if you see the Myers house in Halloween Ends?
Well, if I'm being picky, yeah, I would love to see it. But I think that they did a good job in the last film of giving us exactly what we wanted, and for several different reasons. Obviously, throughout the Halloween franchise, we've seen so many different versions of the Myers house, right? We've seen it obviously in the 1978 film, and then it not look like the same going forward, which always bugged me in a sense. So they did a great job of not only delivering us the Myers house that we haven't seen in a while, but they also gave us that original look with the flashback scene. And even you still got that original look because it was that same house that they used in that modern version in that film. So selfishly, I would love to see it, but it's not a make or break for me when it comes to Halloween Ends.
You can think about whatever you want to think about Halloween Kills, but at the end of the day, when I think about the flashback of that movie, and I haven't seen the movie in quite some time. Actually, I don't think I've seen the movie in the year 2022. When you look back at that flashback, it's breathtaking. Like, there has never been a on-screen accurate rendition of the Myers house that was as close to the original as it was in Halloween Kills. So I kind of got my nostalgia fix, you know? And to me, it wasn't like a super big deal if we seen the Myers house in Halloween Ends. And I know everybody's sitting here and waiting for the answer if we're going to see the Myers house in Halloween Ends. And this is Mike and I got to be careful here because we have to respect our sources. And there's some things we're allowed to talk about and there's some things we're not allowed to talk about. So we came up with this, and then I'll get Mike's take on it. On the Myers house front, the film is not close to its final cut yet as it stands right now. The Myers house is in the movie. However, it's briefly, and I do mean very briefly. So if they did decide to cut the movie out, and this is not us trying to cover our own ass to be like, well, we said they might cut it out, so it's not in the movie. I firmly believe the Myers house is in this movie and probably won't be cut, but you're not getting it at the level that you did for Halloween Kills. And you know what? That's okay. My guess is it's going to stay because of the connective tissue that this movie has to Halloween Kills. There's a 4-year time jump, and I think having some connective tissue, other than just the characters, to the next movie is important. People should also probably keep in mind the Myers house was literally front and center in Kills in the flashback, in the current timeline. We visit it multiple times in both time settings in Halloween Kills. So there's other things that Halloween Ends is going to do that's going to be a much more focal point, that a much bigger and more important focal point to the movie than the Myers house. But it sounds like we're getting the Myers house, so that's cool. That's a positive. But again, I got my fix in Halloween Kills. I'm far more intrigued with some of the other things that we're going to get a chance to discuss in future videos. But your thoughts on them using the Myers house in Halloween Ends, pardon me, not Kills, Halloween Ends. Your thoughts on them using the Myers house, although briefly. And would you be bothered if they cut it?
I'm perfectly fine with the way they plan on using it. And like you said, briefly, I said in the beginning, selfishly, I want to see it. But when it comes to if they had to make a cut, I won't be too upset. Selfishly, I want to see it, but I understand I won't be upset if it gets cut. I'm in that same boat with you. I'm a big nostalgia guy. We got it in Halloween Kills. We got the Myers house. Like I said, it's the Myers house is really its own character, right? In Halloween Kills, even the flashback and modern. Like you said, we visited multiple times throughout. Halloween Kills ends the film in the Myers house. So, like I said, plays it's its own character in Halloween Kills. We got that piece. We got that big bulk of it. They were kind enough and nice enough to give us that. So, if it does get cut out and ends, man, I'm not going to be too upset. But selfishly, even if it's only for 30 seconds, I would love to see another outside exterior shot of that beautiful set piece that they built, because it was absolutely phenomenal. Like you said, breathtaking.
I believe we are going to get an opportunity to see it again. Every indication I've been given by both of the sources that we use at the channels now suggests that the house is in the movie. And to be more specific, I believe it's in the movie very early too, and then it's not. So we'll have to wait and see if that information pans out. We certainly have every reason to believe that it will. But I'm excited for where this movie can take us. If anything, the one thing that's become clear as we've started to get information on this movie is that even though we're in Haddonfield for most of this movie, you're going to have a lot of unfamiliar locations. You're going to have a lot of new looks that we didn't see in the previous two movies. You'll still see some, obviously, landmarks from the previous two movies that lets you know that you're still in Haddonfield. But the visuals are going to be switched up quite a bit for this movie, and I think that's good. Changing the setting is good. However, a little tidbit here, there are other familiar places that will be appearing in this movie that are not the Myers house. So look for that one on a future video as well. Any final thoughts, man, on the Myers house and our content coming up?
Listen, man, I can tell you that I'm very excited of really what we have going on here at Phantom Empire, right? The pre-produced content that we're coming out with is going to be absolutely phenomenal. The changes that Sean and the team is making here at Phantom Empire to give out better content is truly phenomenal, and it's very exciting for me to be a part of it. So I'm excited for that. And when it comes to the Myers house, man, yeah, I'm excited to know that we're most likely going to get it in this film, even if it is briefly. Because like I said, I'm a big nostalgia guy, and the Myers house played a big factor. Obviously, we saw it multiple times in the 1978 film, and I'm a Kills guy. I loved Kills because I had my certain expectations for Kills, and I felt like that they met what I was expecting, and that was just Michael Myers going crazy. So I'm excited for it, man, and I can't wait to see it. I will state this as far as ends goes. I told myself I knew I was gonna do this. I'm not that excited. I wasn't that excited for it, but now the closer it's getting, the more things that we see on the positive end, in my eyes, my expectations and my excitedness for this film is creeping back up, and I should have known better. Sean. So
I think a lot of the things that we've had the luxury to be able to see over the last month or so, even 2 months really, but specifically the last month, has definitely changed my outlook on it, because I have no problem admitting that I was a little cynical on some of the early things that we were hearing. And the truth is, there's a lot of misconceptions and clickbait out there from other content creators, and if they want to push the clickbait, that is completely their prerogative. They can operate their channel how they choose. I can simply tell you, a lot of the stuff from Halloween Ends that you see out there right now is not true, and if anything, that should make you intrigued for the movie, because I went from being kind of cynical, on the fence, to, I'm not going to sit here and say everything's positive, because that would be, let's give everything a gold star, and that's not the way we try to operate our channel here at Phantom Empire. But I am way more positive, and feel way more positive about this movie as we get closer to it. And we're going to see a trailer for this movie soon, so be on the lookout for that as well. We have more Halloween content coming up on the channel. We just did this video over on Lampkin Lane. It is Halloween Ends. Has the torch been passed? You can sign up for our Patreon and support the channel on that level. Patreon.com/Fandom Empire. Join today, because that's the way. If you want access to the Lampkin Lane show, you need to subscribe to the Lampkin Lane tier and or above. Mike, you got a podcast of your own. What's going on with it, man?
awesome, man. Thank you for asking about that. It's the Take One podcast. My life has been crazy, so I haven't been able to get it out as soon as I wanted to and work on it. But I finally, this past week, I was able to have a few days left of vacation that I hammered down on it. And yeah, I have episode 6 out right now with Kevin L. Johnson. He's an actor from Ozark and in the upcoming season of Stranger Things. Great talk. But yeah, it should be out. Plan on being out every week. Available on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
That's awesome, dude. Can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait. We have so much here at the channel. Try to keep up with all the content we have. If you like what we're doing at the channel and you like the changes that we're making, smash that like button, click subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's the most important one, because you can subscribe to a channel and Google's going to be Google, aka YouTube, and still not let you know when we're on air sometimes. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, be on the lookout for that as well. And we have another Halloween video coming out in just a few days, and that is one about Glass Hill. We've done a prior one on Glass Hill, and then we're going to go back and we're going to sort of clean up some of the details. We had most of the information correct there, but there's some nuances that we didn't have and can't wait to get into. But Halloween Ends. October's not far, man. Can't wait. Thanks for doing this, Mike, and we'll see all you in the next video. And more importantly, hang on, before we go, the Boogeyman is coming, all that shtick and all. But let us know what you think in the comment section down below about the Myers house. Are you someone that's like anal? You have to have the Myers house in the movie. You need a nostalgia-driven movie to get enjoyment out of it. Or can you have a Halloween movie that is not full of nostalgia and operates on its own 2 feet and doesn't give too much attention to those the fun word of this video, nostalgia-driven moments? Because if we were to give you one other hint going into Halloween Ends, it's not a nostalgia-driven movie like Halloween Kills is. It definitely is not. And you know what? I think the movie will be better for it. For Mike and everybody else at Phantom Empire, I'm Sean. We'll see you in the next video. The Boogeyman. It's coming.